recorded this damn near 4 times at this point, trying to get my thoughts in check. But I was just thinking how oftentimes pressure has this negative connotation, which is interesting because although pressure is not something that we always want, oftentimes it is something that we need. Because when pressure doesn't exist, that's when a lot of people start to get comfortable with themselves, right? And they stop making strides to whatever goal or whatever responsibilities that they have. And in saying this, I think there are positive pressures and there are negative pressures. And regardless of the difference here, they both encourage you to adhere to a certain behavior or certain actions to get closer to whatever step, goal, or responsibility that you have. A positive pressure, for example, let's say you have an aspiring musician and they're placing this pressure on themselves to write lyrics every day or practice producing beats every day because they want to get recognized for their music and they want to make a career out of it. That is a positive pressure because they want to put this work in and they want to get to this step of making a career out of music. A negative pressure, however, I don't know, maybe I'm living alone, okay? And I'm not getting the income I need from one job, so I gotta work 2 or I gotta work 3 jobs. I don't want to work these jobs. They stress me out, I'm tired, I don't enjoy the work, but I have to work these jobs in order to pay rent. I don't want to work them, but there's pressure on me to work them to pay rent. If this negative pressure doesn't exist, rent is not getting paid. Maybe I'm out on the streets. If this positive pressure as a musician doesn't exist, I'm not putting the work in, I'm not improving my craft, and I'm not getting recognized as a musician and making a career out of music. So whether the pressure is positive or negative, it doesn't matter. If those pressures don't exist, I am not doing what needs to be done to do whatever responsibility I need, paying for rent, or adhere to whatever goal I have, making a career out of music. Pressure gets a negative connotation, but pressure being present is a necessity, I think, because without it, again, we get comfortable and we're not completing the tasks we need to do to be where we need to be at. I'm kind of just repeating myself at this point, so I think I'm just going to end it here. But I don't know. That's just something that's just been on my mind, and I think it's interesting. So I'm going to leave it at that, I think. Peace.